Welcome back! Today let's find out how you can ruin your mom's and other family members' birthday parties. Am I the a-hole for ruining my mom's birthday? My mom, 33 female, had me, 17 female, when she was a teenager, and my dad was never in the picture. Because of this, we have always been extremely close. My mom is my favorite person in the world. Now, my mom is what some people call sad beige aesthetic. She loves all those grays and neutrals. Our whole house is neutral colored and so is her entire wardrobe. She's been this way since before it was really a thing. I was raised on those little wooden toys with no faces or bright colors, but I've never really given her general aesthetic much thought. Though her wardrobe may be bland, her personality certainly is not. My mom can be very dramatic at times. She's always been a loud person. Well, for her 33rd birthday party, I decided I was going to take charge and make her cake for her. Free of charge, I might add. Though I would never expect her to pay me, since she's my mother, but nonetheless. Why would you ever charge your mother for her birthday cake? It was a pretty simple cake, homemade white buttercream with a pink, yellow and green border and decorations around the sides. On the day of the party, I surprised her with the reveal of the cake. Mind you, people were set to arrive in 15 to 20 minutes at the time of the reveal. My mom totally lost it when she saw my cake. She said she couldn't believe I would ruin her party like this. The cake was so out of place. How I should know she would never have asked for these colors, etc. The thing is, she asked me to surprise her. Well, she got her surprise, that's for sure. And her real favorite colors have always been the colors I used. She wouldn't serve my cake at her party. It's been confined to the freezer and she's still upset about it after the party has ended. I don't know what to do. I keep thinking it'll blow over, but she's been in her room all night since her guests left and I don't know if she's forgiven me or not. Am I the a-hole? No, you are not the a-hole. You did a really nice thing for your mom and she was incredibly ungrateful. And how are you not mad at her? She could have at least tried your cake, and if she didn't like it, she could have placed it somewhere on the side and not confined it to the freezer. Who acts like that? If I don't like a gift, I always thank the other person and then maybe later I sell it or give it away. But let's see if anyone disagrees with me. Not the a-hole. When I was about 11, I made my dad a birthday cake. However, what I had thought was vegetable oil for months at that point was olive oil. The cake came out looking greasy. There was no time to make another one and we also didn't have the supplies. So I decorated it as nicely as I could and my mom assured me we would just go get ice cream so my dad could still have his birthday dessert. She had come home from work to me sobbing about how I ruined the cake and didn't know how. My dad claimed to love the cake. It was awful. Honestly, it's the second worst thing I have ever made. It's been over 20 years and he still insists the cake was good. You deserve to have your efforts appreciated. I can't imagine being upset at my kid over aesthetics. This. Not the a-hole. If your mom had a specific aesthetic or theme she wanted for her party, she should have said so. She asked you to surprise her, and OP, you did. That was extremely rude and unkind of her. She should have just been thankful, or if it was that upsetting, ask if there was a way to take the border off before it was served. If not, oh well. People are just going to eat it. I wouldn't make her another cake in the future unless she apologizes. Yeah, people could have just eaten it and it would have been gone for good. Now it's still in the freezer. Not the a-hole. I guess it isn't the thought that counts for her. If she wanted something specific or even in general, she had the opportunity to say so. She's reacting like a toddler. Perhaps having you so young stunted her maturity. Every year growing up, my mom would bake me my favorite cake for my birthday. Once I got married, my wife asked my mom if she could do it. In 20 years, she never got it exactly right. But it is baked out of love, so who really cares? It is still a cake baked for me, so I love it. This year, 15 and 13 asked if they could bake it. It came out looking like an elephant turd on a plate and tasted a little off. But who cares? It's a cake baked for me. I hugged them and told them how proud of them I am and blessed to be their parent, like I should. I just cannot understand the entitlement and lack of appreciation shown here. Not the a-hole. Your mom needs to get a grip. It's a cake. Everyone loves cake, no matter the color. And you made it for her. Case closed. You are not the a-hole. We all agree. Let's hear another story. Am I the a-hole for cancelling my girlfriend's niece's birthday party because of her daughter? I have been dating my current girlfriend for nearly 2 years. I have a 14-year-old son, Alan, and she has a 16-year-old daughter, Kay. They didn't officially live with me, but stayed over a fair amount. We all know how hard COVID made it on all of us. I won't complain, as others have it much harder than I. My home is just your average run-of-the-mill home in the US. If anything, I've been lucky enough to have the means to stay active because of my pool, basketball court and mini gym. For a while, my girlfriend's friends, family and daughter's friends have been visiting daily to make use of the pool and other things. At first it was fine and I was okay entertaining people. However, that got old over time. I can imagine that's a bit of an overload. I had a conversation with my girlfriend about telling her her people had to back off a bit, and though it bothered her, she did. Well, 2-3 weeks ago her aunt, uncle and cousins were over. This was okay, to be clear, she asked prior. Enjoying the pool. We talked about restrictions being lifted slowly and being grateful for that, and soon after the aunt asked if it would be possible for us to host her cousin's Sweet 16 party. Well, that's a whole different level compared to some friends hanging out by the pool. I told them that I didn't feel comfortable having that in my house, and they explained that it would just be a very small party because of COVID. I told them if that was the case, then I was happy to help. They made arrangements for food and drinks, and that was that. Earlier this week, Alan came into the kitchen while my girlfriend and I were cooking, and he was visibly upset. I asked what was wrong, and he pointed at my girlfriend's daughter saying, "She is the problem. She's a liar, and I know why her dad hates her so much." Whoa, what is your problem? He went at her pretty hard, and I got him to eventually say what the problem was. Apparently, Kay had told her friends my son was filming her and the other girls with his drone while they swam. I asked why she said that, and my girlfriend interjected saying, "Ask if it's true first," which made it even tenser. I knew it wasn't true because his drone doesn't have a camera, and said as much. I was livid right alongside him. An accusation like that carries weight for people. I told my girlfriend that they needed to confess to the lies now, and Kay needed to fix it right then and there. She sent out texts saying she was wrong, but it didn't sit right with me at all. I told my girlfriend and daughter that they needed to leave and not come back anytime soon. The next day I explained what happened to her uncle and aunt and informed them that the party was cancelled at my home and Kay was to blame. The food arrived 2 days before the party, and I left it where it was delivered and told them to pick it up as soon as possible, which they couldn't do. So it was weathered and damaged. I didn't want to touch it and be liable for it. I guess this put them in a huge bind for several reasons, and they are now blaming Kay for the mistake. It really snowballed out of control for her, and they've been ostracized from their family. Yeah, this situation really went out of control. But don't you think the pool situation was a little bit odd? Just imagine, Kay and her friends are hanging out by the pool, and then she notices Alan's drone above them. If she really thought that Alan filmed her in that moment, why didn't she do anything? She could have gone straight to him and make him delete everything. If she didn't want to do that, she could have gone to her mom or to her stepdad, but she didn't do it. She chose to tell a bunch of other people, so many people, that the rumor made its way back to Alan, and now he can't do anything about it. He can't tell her that the drone had no camera. It's way too late. On a positive note, I think it's really great that you stood by your son and prioritized this relationship over your girlfriend. But I'm not with you on the food situation. Either you take care of it properly until they pick it up, or you refuse to accept the delivery altogether. And now let's have a look at the comment section. Not the a-hole at all, protecting his son. Good on ya. Not sure about the particulars regarding the food. I am laughing a little about your description of living in a typical American home and then watching drama unfold with a drone out by the pool. Can't say I have experienced that, and I thought I lived in a typical American home. Meant as a light-hearted jab, not a classicist attack. Oh, that stood out to me too. Typical American home, and then mentions basketball court, pool, home gym. And the girlfriend was trying to protect her daughter, which is her job. OP knew it wasn't true because there is no camera on the drone, but girlfriend clearly didn't. And saying, let's find out if something is true, is not a ridiculous thing to say. If it had turned out to be that the son was taking photos, would you not be criticizing OP for his partisanship and making assumptions rather than criticizing the girlfriend? Also, was the daughter lying or mistaken? I thought cameras were the whole point of a drone. I just assumed they all have one. Sounds to me like she tried to correct her mistakes. Is this a reason to throw people out, end a relationship, rescind an offer of hospitality, and allow food to be damaged by not even bringing it inside? Well, the relationship between you and your girlfriend is obviously over. And it is because your girlfriend's daughter is a lying little liar. You are correct to distance yourself. Who knows what the hell other drama she could start with. She could really get your kid or even you in trouble. And it seems like she has no trouble publicly throwing around unfounded accusations. There is something wrong here. And if you just don't want to get further involved with it, well, you don't have to. It sucks that your girlfriend's family is upset because no more pool for them. But they are almost strangers to you. They aren't your problem anymore, not the a-hole. It's not proven she is a liar. It's most likely she didn't realize there wasn't a camera on the drone. She and her friends saw the drone, felt creeped on, and chatted about it. Later it was revealed that there was no camera. Well, it seems like we have a whole discussion here. Someone followed up with, but she did spread it as, he was creeping on us with a drone as if it were fact, far and or often enough for it to get back to the sun. So either a knowing lie or misconception, she took it on herself to tell all her friends without hard evidence, just based on what she believed. It may not be her fault, but it is her responsibility. Not the a-hole. Kay isn't safe around your son, obviously, and I would have asked them to leave also. Accusations like that can absolutely ruin your son's future. I think you mixed up the names here. No girlfriend means no girlfriend's family. You aren't obligated to continue to host your girlfriend's family, being that you're prioritizing your son. You agreed to host when you and your girlfriend were on good terms. Continuing to open your home to her family after all this has gone on would be awkward and not necessary for you or your son. The food arrived 2 days before the party, and I left it where it was delivered and told them to pick it up ASAP. Their fault for not informing the caterers that this was no longer the address. Yeah, and what kind of food did they order? Whenever I order food, it gets delivered the day of the party, not 2 days in advance. So, 16-year-old Kay is suffering the consequences of slandering your son in a way that could have had more than just social consequences. What is wrong, bad about that? I am not sure I agree with your having left the catering outside. That seems a bit extreme to me. All over though, not the a-hole. Alright, that's it for today. Have a lovely day and see you tomorrow.